Everybody wants this.
That's all.
Welcome back, everyone. And if you're new here, you're now tuned in to Sim West Prada, where the drama is always designer and the stories are forever iconic. Let's just hop into today's video right now, okay? Because today is a big day. The moment we finally reveal who you all voted in as the brand new editor-in-chief of Acker Magazine. It is time, you guys. I'll be reading through some of your amazing comments because you guys were clocking the tea, honey. I feel like you guys knew exactly who these women were, or who I had in my head who they were, and you guys clocked it. So good job with that. So yeah, but we're gonna be announcing our winner, and of course giving you a first look at the new office location. Yes. Um, but I think before we really dive into like the full results, we'll be starting with something special. We'll do like a tour of Autumn Acker's luxury condo that, you know, the Acker is going to be buying back. Acker Enterprises is going to be buying back and transforming it into the headquarters of Acker Magazine. Yes. And then after the tour, we'll take a look at the space chosen for the winner. We'll go over salary details, and then we'll reveal at the end the editor-in-chief you helped crowned, okay? It's gonna be a mix of elegance, drama, a big reveal, so grab your seat and let's get started. But first, I do want to mention the winning layout that I think I'm gonna go with the help of you guys. And many of you understood the assignment. Like, y'all was like giving me like feedback, which is what I love. Like, this comment said, you know, they say who they voted for, and then they liked the option with the just the A on the front of the magazine. And like they said, everybody knows the name, you know, so why do we need to have it? You know, keep it minimalist and iconic. And I was like, yes, you know, like, period. But majority of you guys went with the second option, and like I said, I'm not mad at either one winning. But I cannot wait to do the first magazine shoot, and then I'm definitely gonna know for sure which one I'm gonna go with. So I do want to thank you guys for the feedback on the cover, for sure, because I was kind of stuck. So we're gonna work with the first one that you guys voted for, which was this one. But if I end up not liking the results once I have to shoot the editorial shoots and the cover shot done, then we might just have to change it. But yeah, again, thank you guys for voting. Like, so many of you turned out and vote and left a comment, and I just want to say I appreciate you and thank you so much. Okay, so before we get into the new EIC of Acker Magazine, I want to show you guys where the Acker Magazine office will be located, and it's going to be in this building. And I did not remember that this building had like a big old satellite at the top. Like, that was new. I was like, okay, I haven't been at this build like a lot recently, and so I was like, is that new? Because I don't remember that. But you guys, this is Autumn Acker's condo. This was literally one of the first videos I've ever made on YouTube years ago. Like, I made like 3 and I never posted until like 4 years later. So actually I left this video up of when I first did the tour of this condo. And I think it's like the second video on my page here. So you can go and see, like, it's exactly the same. And what's crazy is that I have not been in this room, in this build, in this condo in like almost 2 years, honestly, probably longer than that, to be real with you. So me looking at this now is bringing up so much like nostalgia of when like Autumn was like my main sim. And if you guys didn't know, Autumn is Ryan's mom, and she was married to someone in the Acker family, and so this was her condo. And I was like, wait, this would be a perfect spot. And that's baby Ryan. That is baby Ryan that you see with Autumn. Like, ah, I have not changed nothing. Some things are missing because I think either I probably deleted the CC or I don't know, but some things are missing. But this is where I think I want to do the Acker Magazine and Ledger Magazine offices. And I think like we're going to do, of course, a whole total like renovation to it, so it's not gonna look nothing the same. But I just wanted to give you guys this like little tour of what the condo looks like now. And oh my god, like, mm, look at James Acker, who put Autumn on the map. Okay, oh, they were such a beautiful couple. But anyway, yeah, so this is the build, and you know, I have some plans and ideas of how I want it to be. The layout will be totally different. So when we work on the Acker Magazine HQ, you guys are gonna know what it's gonna look like before, and then we're gonna do a little renovation after. But yeah, I was like, wow, I'm missing beds. I'm like, where did the bed go? Where is the freaking bed? But look at Autumn and her sister. These are the first two Sims that I made in The Sims 4. The first two, Penelope and Autumn. Like, oh, look at my girls. And that was Autumn was pregnant in that picture. She was pregnant with Ryan, and so I did like a little sister maternity shoot. It was so fun. But yeah, so this will be the new Acker Magazine headquarters. It's going to be a joint one. Like I said, I'm going to add ledger offices in as well. Depending on, I'll see, because I'm looking at the layout and I'm trying to envision like certain areas like we need like offices and things. So maybe honestly, this might just be Acker Magazine, and I might just have ledger across the hall. I don't know, but yeah, I think this is gonna be the new HQ, you guys, and I cannot wait to like totally gut this whole build out and just see what my imagination does, because I do have some ideas in mind. And you know, like the Acker buildings, they have like a very brutalist type of style, so ah, I can't wait to like see what I can do, especially with my creative vision now. Yeah, we're gonna see how I decorate this now, because this was done probably in 2020, most likely. All right, everyone. So here is the moment we've all been waiting for. The votes are in, and the wheel will be spun. Okay. But your voices have been heard for sure. And first off, let me just say that thank you to everyone who participated. Like every single comment you left not only counted as your vote, but also as an entry on the wheel of destiny to decide the next editor in chief of Acker Magazine. And we had some amazing comments. Like some of you were captivated by the edgy creativity of Miss Kiran. Others like couldn't get enough of Claudia Fantine's supermodel elegance and Vogue experience. And many of you admired Evelyn, of course, for her polished, legacy driven vision. But the insights you all shared showed how passionate this community is about fashion and just supporting me and the Acker brand. And it's like, I think I did a good job with over the time that I've had YouTube and social media accounts and talking about the Ackers, that you guys know the Acker brand. You know this old money family in and outs. And I love that. But let's get into the votes. And mind you, these are the votes up into a certain point, and then I stopped. Like I'm saying, like I've had new comments with votes came after a winner was announced that it was a winner. So I didn't count those votes, and some people did vote on Patreon, like 2 of those votes. But Miss Kiran, she got 18 votes, the most of anybody, and 2 of her votes did come from Patreon at the time. So we have her, Kiran, with 18. We have Claudia with 9, and we have last Evelyn with 3 votes. And that's okay, girl. And all of those will be extra entries on the wheel. So technically 30 votes will be spun on the wheel. But it's incredible to see how each candidate resonated with you all in different ways, and how close the race really felt at times. And the comments were sharp. You guys were thoughtful and honest, and you all sounded like future editors in a sense. It's like you guys are building this magazine with me. So in just a moment, we'll spin the wheel with all of those entries included. Yes, every single vote multiplied your chances, and then we'll reveal, you know, the new editor-in-chief of Acker Magazine. Let's get into the wheel. Okay, so now I'm getting all of their names and entries in place so you guys can see that I'm doing this fair and square. Like when I play my Sims game and I have like certain decision with things, you have to use the will. It would just make your conscience feel better. Like I don't want to be like, oh, I picked this person. No, I want this to truly be random and To say that Evelyn only has like 3 votes, like, come on, like, she could win this, okay? Like, you never know. It can just randomly. I just, I like, I mean, the odds are not in her favor, but I just like having that type of like destiny at the ends of a wheel type of vibe when it comes to my game. And it just makes me sleep better at night. But with you guys' help, girl, Kiran just took over, okay? She took over the map. All right, so I have everybody names set in place, 30 votes total. And I think it's, time to press that button. As you can see, I haven't spun it yet. And now we're going to spin for the win. And it is your girl, Miss Ambani. She won. And I was like, it was so close to getting Claudia because it was like back to back, back to back. Miss Ambani, Claudia, Miss Ambani, Claudia. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. But of course, the fan favorite actually won. And I was like, wow, this was really, really, really close to Claudia. Like, yeah, this could have went different easily. But I was like, I need to spin this like 2 more times just to see the odds of other girls winning. And yeah, Miss Ambani, girl, she took it again like 2 more times. Like, she won 3 times in a row when I did it. And I was like, damn. It was just meant to be. It was meant to be for our girl to win. As you can see, I'm spinning it for the 2nd time just to see. Bam, she literally had 4 in a row right there. The odds were ever in her favor. And that's because of you guys, because you guys voted. So this is why it's important to say votes matter. Your vote matters.
In a stunning announcement that has the fashion world buzzing, Kiran Amani has officially been named the new editor-in-chief of Acker Magazine, following a highly anticipated selection process that captivated readers and industry insiders alike. Born in India and celebrated for her fearless creative direction, Ambani has spent decades shaping the visual identity of Nova and Runway magazines. Known for her intellectual rigor, perfectionist eye and rebellious spirit, she brings a bold and diverse perspective to the forefront of fashion publishing. Her appointment marks a defining moment for Acker Enterprises as it launches Acker Magazine, poised to become a leading voice in global fashion. Ambani promises to deliver a publication that celebrates individuality, pushes boundaries, and tells stories where fashion is not just clothing, but art, culture, and rebellion. The Acker family's decision to hand Ambani the reins reflects a new era for the dynasty's publishing empire, blending heritage with a daring editorial vision. Insiders say the choice signals a clear message. Acker Magazine will not be a follower in the fashion world. It will be a disruptor. Fashion houses, designers, and tastemakers across the globe are already watching closely as Ambani prepares to unveil her first issue later this year. Acker Enterprises announcement: the appointment of Kiran Amani as editor-in-chief of Acker Magazine. With the official appointment of Kiran Amani as editor-in-chief of Acker Magazine, Acker Enterprises is not only ushering in a new era of publishing, but also extending to her the unparalleled privileges that accompany such a position within one of the world's most powerful dynasties. As the creative force now entrusted with shaping the global identity of Acker Magazine, Ms. Ambani will enjoy the full measure of the Acker family's influence and resources.
24-hour chauffeured service. A private dedicated driver and luxury vehicle remain at her disposal at all times, ensuring seamless travel from boardrooms to fashion weeks worldwide. Privileged access. Immediate, unrestricted entry into all Acker-owned establishments, from corporate suites to exclusive estates, embodying her role as a central figure in the family's empire. Executive office and dedicated staff. A private executive suite in Acker Enterprises headquarters, complete with a personal assistant and office assistant, ensuring every detail of her editorial vision is executed flawlessly. Unlimited editorial budget. From covers to couture features, no creative ambition is too grand. She commands an unrestricted budget to craft iconic, boundary-defying editorials. Fashion allowance. A monthly stipend of $100,000 dedicated solely to wardrobe and couture acquisitions, granting her access to the most exclusive designers and ateliers in the world. Penthouse residence. A luxurious, private penthouse within the Acker Enterprises HQ tower, offering sweeping skyline views and immediate proximity to the heart of the publishing empire. Global reach. A standing invitation to travel aboard Acker's private fleet, jets, yachts, and country estates, guaranteeing her presence wherever fashion, art, and culture converge.
This appointment signals not only the Acker's unwavering commitment to redefining fashion publishing, but also their faith in Ambani's vision. A fearless, avant-garde voice that will challenge traditions and establish Acker Magazine as the definitive authority in global fashion and culture. Her tenure begins immediately, with her first issue already in development, an edition expected to set the tone for a daring, legacy-driven publication unlike any other.
Okay, so that was 2 press releases from Acker Enterprises themselves. They wanted to put out a statement because Solani Weekly, of course, found out and leaked that our girl won and that, you know, she is in its prestige position. But we are going to hear from Ms. Amani herself and also Ryan. But in the meantime, girl, get into this outfit. She's going to serve some very couture looks. I can just feel it. Like, she's such a fashion lady, and I cannot wait for you guys to meet her family and stuff like that. So this is kind of like a little series, right? Like, I wouldn't say a let's play because it's a mix of, you know, storytelling and stuff like that, but it could definitely turn into one.
It is with immense pride that we welcome Kiran Amani as the inaugural editor-in-chief of Acker Magazine. The Acker name has always stood for legacy, influence, and innovation. And now, with Kiran's fearless vision and proven creative brilliance, we are ready to set a new standard in global publishing. This is more than an appointment. It is a statement. By entrusting her with an unlimited editorial budget, couture allowances, and the full support of the Acker empire, we are ensuring that Acker Magazine will not simply enter the marketplace, it will dominate it. We chose Kiran not only for her extraordinary career, but for her courage to see fashion as more than clothing. She understands it as art, culture, rebellion, and storytelling. Exactly the perspective needed to define the next chapter of the Acker legacy. Her first issue will not just be a debut, it will be a landmark. The world is about to witness something extraordinary.
Thank you, truly, to everyone who voted and placed your confidence in me. Your voices shaped this moment, and I'm honored to lead Acker Magazine into its next era. My promise is simple. We will be fearless in vision and meticulous in craft. Expect issues that blend avant-garde fashion with cultural storytelling, elevate diverse global talent, and celebrate beauty as both art, and intellect. Thank you for believing in a magazine that dares. I can't wait to make these pages with you.
All right, so we know that she'll be staying in one of the luxury condos in Acker Enterprises headquarters, and I think it's time to pick which one. I do not want her on the top floor. That's like elite status, but as I'm looking, I'm thinking this unit right here. It's a little bit more spacious. I believe it has 3 bedrooms, so that's good because she has 2 daughters, so that will work perfectly fine. And I think it's enough space, you know, and I think she'll like it. Like, I really love her unit. It's very secure, it's nice, and I cannot wait to decorate this. I am super excited about this, like, really. All right, so I know that I mentioned in the previous video that we're gonna unveil the cover girl for the first issue, but I'm gonna wait until we do a little behind the scenes of the issue. Like I said, that person was already planned. I knew I wanted them on the cover first before we even selected a winner. So stay tuned for the next video when we go behind the scenes of the first cover, or maybe I don't know which one we're gonna do. We might decorate our house, I don't know. But I do want you to be introduced to her new 2 assistants. Now, if you wasn't aware that my name came from the movie The Devil Wears Prada, well, now you know. And in the movie, Miranda Presley had 2 assistants. She had Andy and she had Emily. So I thought, of course, Kay and Bonnie, she needs 2 assistants as well. So here are her 2 assistants.
First up, meet Mei Wang, the assistant every editor dreams of and secretly fears just a little. Born into privilege, she could have coasted on old money and marble hallways, but instead, Mei chose to live, breathe, and bleed fashion. This is the girl who once skipped her sister's birthday dinner for a front row seat at a Chanel couture show. Unapologetic, unstoppable, and utterly devoted to the craft. Her collection of Birkins is whispered about in fashion circles almost as much as her sharp wit and sharper eye. On the surface, she's polished steel, all business, no nonsense. But those who know her best will tell you there's a softness beneath the gloss. For Kiran Amani, Mei isn't just an assistant. She's the right hand, the keeper of the calendar, and the first line of defense in the glamorous battlefield of Acker Magazine. And then there's Trace Fields, proof that brilliance doesn't always follow a straight path. She entered San Myshuno Academy of Design and Merchandising on a full academic ride, destined for medicine after acing the International Logic Placement Exam and ranking top scores in the Advanced Analytical Reasoning trials. But somewhere between anatomy labs and chemistry finals, Trace realized her heart wasn't in scalpels and stethoscopes. It was in sketchbooks and sequins. With a pivot as bold as it was brilliant, she graduated top of her class in fashion design and merchandising, turning heads for both her gothic romantic style and her razor-sharp intellect. Picture dark dresses, black lace, and the kind of mind that solves problems before anyone else even sees them. At just the start of her career, Trace Fields isn't just an assistant. She's already being whispered about as one of fashion's future heavyweights.
All right, you guys, that is the end of the video. I know we were all over the place. I promise the next video will be a little bit more structured, but in the meantime, let's send a huge congratulations to Miss Ambani on being the EIC of Acker Magazine. I'm super excited about this journey. This is probably going to become a Let's Play, to be honest. Our new series where we're going to follow Miss K Ambani and behind the scenes of Acker Magazine. So please stay tuned to the next video where we are going to show the cover, show behind the scenes. We're going to build the set. I think that's the fun thing I want to do next. And we'll do the office and stuff later. Or should we do the office first? I don't know. Help. But thank you guys for watching. Like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Bye.